Hello, my name is Sai Joshi. Welcome to our series of career drama, and today I am here with another wonderful person joining us here and talking about communication skills as a career. So, hi there, hi Rucha, hi Vyoma. Most expected people are here. So yes, this is a very interesting person that is about to join us here. She is a wife of Navy officer, and she is also into modeling and fitness and so many other interesting things. But mainly, what she does is she is into soft skills training and training people for language communication and more such things, which I think she will be able to tell us in a much better way. So yes, Ankita is here, and I don't want to waste much time and have Ankita here already. Ankita, yes, I am super excited to see Ankita. Hi,
Hi, Sai, it is
how
so
are
good to
you?
see you. I'm
Thank
good,
you
thank you.
so much. I was absolutely eager to meet who Ankita is. So,
And I was more eager to see who Sai is and to meet you. But here we are, live.
yeah, very soon and very soon. I hope to meet you in person as well. So,
Me
yeah.
too, Sai, that I've heard so much about you, and you're such an interesting person, such a hardworking person, and I really want to meet you and interview you the next time, okay? The
Oh
next time
my
is my
God,
turn.
that is sure, sure. I will be more than happy to answer you. All right, Ankita, thank you
I
so
hope you
much
can
for
hear
being
me.
here. Yes, I can. Yes, yes.
Okay, good.
So, thank you so much, first of all, for being with us here. And I'm sure we have some amazing time to have here. So, please
Thank you
introduce yourself,
so
like
much.
right from every aspect of your life. So, we want to get a three-dimensional perspective of your personality.
So shall I stand and sort of like give you a three-dimensional 360-degree? No, so just kidding. Okay, so I'm a Fergusonian just like you, so high five.
Wow, high five.
There's a lot in common already. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I've done my master's in economics, but I left that train many years ago. And I realized that I have a passion towards spoken skills and communication. And I wanted to make my mark somewhere in this industry itself. Well, currently, as you explained, I am traveling because my partner is, his job is where he travels, but I love it. Although my heart is still in Pune. So,
Yes.
um, well, I just want to say hi to everyone. There's so many people who are supporting us. And before, that's a little bit about me. But let me first of all, I have to congratulate you for starting this series. I personally take it as my own mission or my own purpose that as much as it is in my capacity, I get to guide people because that was something which was lacking when I was trying to build a career. So I think it's
Right,
such an
right.
important thing. So I completely support your series. I completely support your purpose.
Thank
I
you
love it.
so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is absolutely the need of our that
Yeah,
kids or students need to know what, at least they need to know why they are not choosing something if they are choosing something. So,
yeah, absolutely. Very interesting. All right. So, well, it's been more than 6, 7 years that I've been working in this industry. But I started, to be very honest, I started working at an early age. I started working when I was in college, just first year,
mm-hmm.
second year student,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it gave me a lot of, it exposed me to a lot of experiences. Um, yes, I was somebody. I confess, I was someone who did not know what I wanted to do. But
Absolutely.
because of these work experiences, I at least started to understand what I don't want to do. So I'm somebody
Absolutely.
who took the other path than the traditional path of
Correct. Correct.
studying something and opting for a job in that sector itself.
That is so brave of you to share with us. I would say every single person is in that phase, but nobody really is accepting of this fact that, okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And that willingness to find out is somewhere lacking a lot right now. That willingness to explore different areas, different experiences, plus you really push themselves to try their own capacities and get to certain conclusions. So that attitude lacks a lot in this generation. So that's what
We
I
want
would love
everything
to
quick,
appreciate.
right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get it. I get it.
So yes, yeah. So
Yes.
go
Would you
ahead,
like
tell
to?
us
Is there
about.
anything
So
you'd
tell us
like to
about
know?
your professional. How did you come into this profession? How was the journey there?
I don't mind. So I actually made notes, and I'm a notes person. Okay, I
Of
since
course.
childhood I've never been able to remember things right on top of my head. I'm that student who has to write everything. Okay, so I think it's fine. Uh,
Of course. Totally, totally. Be
so
yourself.
I will. Thank you so much, Sai. So I did not my where I've reached right now, it's not a traditional path. So honestly, I'm not going to recommend it to anybody per se because like I said, I tried one thing after another and then finally I reached to this stage.
Mm-hmm.
However, because I've reached here, I have realized that what all I could have done differently, or if somebody who comes to me and wants to know how to reach to this stage, I would like to guide them in a certain way and not the path that I took. Um, at the moment, I am working as a YouTube content creator, but I take a different screen name. I go by the name Mira on YouTube. We have a
Okay.
huge audience of 5.3 million subscribers,
Wow,
and
that's wonderful.
it's really amazing. It's great to know that people want to study and want to sort of progress, polish
Mm-hmm.
their spoken skills. So and apart from that, I also take online sessions, whether it's soft skills or whether it's English training. So that's what I've been doing currently. Now, what I would advise is always backtrack your career.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? Is in my case, if you want to become a soft skills trainer or an English trainer, but now you have different names for it. It's called TEFL or TESOL. That
Mm-hmm.
means teaching English to uh, people who are from whose second language is English.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I would recommend to first backtrack. What do you do that? How do you do that? You go on LinkedIn, as simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, type in the job that you want
Okay.
and you actually start getting requirements, right? You start seeing postings of jobs and then you backtrack
Correct.
what all is
Correct.
required, what kind of certificates are required,
Mm-hmm.
what degree is important. You can't just
Right.
leave bachelor's and then say that okay, I will get into soft skills. You have to complete a certain
Mm-hmm.
level of degree, and that becomes
Absolutely.
your cushion. No matter if you fail, you have something with you,
Yes, of course.
right?
Backup is important.
It is. So if you backtrack, you slowly understand, okay, what's the track that I'm supposed to go on.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whether if it's English, then maybe you would want to complete your linguistics degree from a university, and it
Mm-hmm.
could be something like IGNU
Yes.
that you can go for. Well, there are really nice certifications uh, that British Council has to offer. I actually have a screen open in front of me so that I don't forget
Yeah,
anything.
of course.
You can take a free English test to discover your level of proficiency. See, you can't
Mm-hmm.
just get into an puddle and then learn how to swim. You first need to
Right.
know the basics at least. So you can
Absolutely.
opt for these tests and these
Mm-hmm.
certifications. Yes, do they cost me a lot? Yes. What do I do in order to pay for this? First of all, you have to start working as soon as you turn 18, and I think this I will tell everybody, because you can
Yes.
earn your own money and you can invest in your own
In your
education.
own education. Yes.
Yes, you understand how difficult it is. Take support from your parents, but not entirely. You have to be able to, you should be able to provide for yourself at some point. And what
Yes.
happens? in the hindsight, you already gain experience, right?
That is the most important gain out of all these things that you start doing right after you're 18. Correct.
Right. And you have amazing certifications like CELTA, you have TESOL, TEFL. These certifications are amazing. The moment you get these certifications, you are eligible to basically teach anywhere in the world, even if you're
Right.
from the, even if you belong to even if you're a non-native speaker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but for
All
certain
right.
countries, you need bachelors and masters. Like for instance,
Mm-hmm.
Dubai and Korea, Japan. These countries need you to be a minimum, need you to have a bachelor's
Bachelor's.
degree.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Specific to Dubai, if you ask me, then Dubai needs that you have a degree in English itself. That means bachelor's in
All
English
right.
or and master's in English.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, you can't have any
Other
degree.
language or any other
Un-
degree. Right.
yeah, unlike other countries, it's okay in other countries,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
right? So that is, go ahead. You want to ask me something?
Yeah, so I was just about to ask what are these certifications? So is there a course or is there an exam?
Yeah.
And if it is, then what is its pattern?
Right. So it's the one that I'm talking about is a Cambridge certification, which is called CELTA. It
Okay.
costs you around 1.3 lakhs. I know it's a lot, but like I said, you can slowly get to it. You don't have to rush into it. Okay.
Of course.
Um, Apart from that, there are cheaper certifications, but it will give you a start before CELTA. Now, CELTA is Cambridge, and TEFL is again. I think you'll find all the information on
British
BritishCouncil.in.
Council. All right.
Yeah. Okay. But these are all validated and at least either by Cambridge or by
Some other.
Oxford. Yeah, some
Oxford
other
University.
university.
All right.
So you all be rest assured you're not hanging around with a piece of paper which nobody knows what is to be done with.
Yeah.
So you can go for this, and it's the certifications can range from 50,000 to 1.5 lakhs. Okay,
All
and
right.
we're just lucky that it's come online. Otherwise, you would have to actually travel to a different country.
Travel to. Right. That would have been an experience, but then,
I know
of course.
you're just probably either paying extra or for the experience, but you
Exactly.
still learn with your colleagues whom you're learning with, or your trainees, fellow trainees are from all around the world.
Right, right, right.
So you get,
That is a perk.
yeah, it is. And it's a super intensive course. It's, I think, 3 months. If people are working, then they can also take a part-time course. So over a period of either 1 month or 3 months, they can complete this course.
All right. So there is a flexibility for completion of this course, or how's it?
No, there are deadlines because you're following a certain university pattern, right? You get certified
All
by
right.
Cambridge. So
And what is
there's
the pattern of this course? So, what is the duration and how does this course go?
you're basically required to complete 120 hours of training.
Okay.
So if you want to apply to Korea, Japan, Ireland, UK, anywhere in the world, they want you to be trained for 120 hours, and that's what they provide.
All right. All
Okay,
right.
so
And then
six
you are
hours of you train students for 6 hours and you get trained for 120 hours. That's the prerequisite.
okay. All right. All right. And
Yeah.
then you are eligible to work as a trainer in spoken skills.
Yeah, you're supposed to pass 3 out of 4 assignments and
Okay.
get assessed, and then you'll be eligible to go ahead and train.
What is the difficulty level of these tests or assignments?
See, I didn't understand grammar in school. Squat, nothing, nil, nada. Okay. It's only because I was interested in watching movies and Friends, and I was interested in all these things. So I started self-learning. And then you understand a certain pattern of grammar, but you can't explain why you say certain things.
Right.
Yeah, singular, plural, you can explain, but why do you say certain
Yeah.
things you don't know? So then you have to like give a certain eligibility criteria test, and then if you pass, then you're allowed to appear for it.
All right.
So I can tell you that you would need 1 week of studying 2 hours a day,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of brushing up, a little bit of watching videos or something, getting yourself. And the good thing is, when you're giving the eligibility test, you're allowed to search for answers on the net. They allow you to do that
Okay. Do that. Okay.
because their idea is, at least because of that, you'll at least brush up on your own.
Right, 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 right. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So that's how you can actually start. If you get a lot of certifications, you can still start with spoken English, because otherwise, this industry needs and wants somebody who's highly experienced. That means you're talking about somebody who's maybe 35 to 40 would be a really nice experienced person, which people would like to hire for soft skills training. And that's only because they're really that experienced.
All right.
However, because of these certifications, you are eligible even if you're 18 plus.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
Yeah.
18 is the prerequisite there. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So now please tell us, like, how is your work, like how do you go ahead about it? So are you teaching people online, or are you doing it through videos, or
Yes. So I make content for my YouTube channel. So I'm there in front of a camera teaching nobody. Okay. And on the other hand, there are days, I mean, otherwise, I take online courses. And because I work as a freelancer, I have a little bit of flexibility in that area. But then again, it's your choice as a freelancer how many hours you want to put in.
of course,
Right?
yes,
So
yes,
I'll tell you what other thing that, not only because you've taken this point, I would like to talk about the other
please,
things that
please,
I've written.
yes,
Need of the hour, you need to be you need to be technologically savvy.
of course.
Yeah.
That is
So
irrespective of what field
yeah,
you are in, you have to
yeah,
be.
that's true. So what do you do when you want to become a trainer? You need to be savvy with your PPT skills, presentation skills. You need to be very good with at least trying to form a table. In my situation, in training, you need to learn what is TNA: training,
Okay,
need, analysis.
analysis.
Okay,
Absolutely, yes.
that means exactly what you guys do. You need to have a set of questions. So why do these students want to learn English? What's the purpose? Okay, what are they going to use it for, writing or reading, speaking or writing? So you understand what kind of requirements they have. So that's TNA. Then you have PPT. And then as a trainer, you need to talk less and convey more. And one of the most crucial things that you need to convey to your students is the feedback.
Right,
Otherwise, you're a lost puppy. You don't know what to do with yourself.
right, of course.
So, as a trainer, being able to provide a constructive feedback is very crucial. So, that means your
Absolutely.
observation skills need to be good.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be passionate about training someone to do better in their lives.
Of course, of course.
So, there are
That
these,
passion, that the person who has that passion, gives out a different level of energy, and that is
yeah,
really, really contagious. Yeah,
yes,
I've seen such people. I've I've
me
been
too.
learning from such amazing mentors that they do share their vibe with their students, and
Yeah,
of course that is
I've had such teachers myself in Ferguson, and I'll never forget that teachings.
Of course. Ferguson is a place where teachers are really awesome. So yes,
I know. We've
for
been
sure.
lucky in terms of
Of
that.
course. Totally, totally.
Is there anything in particular that you would like to know that maybe I've not touched, or something that you would like to ask me?
Okay, so I would like to ask, are you also associated? So, if we go out, we see so many people teaching soft skills and coming up with personality grooming courses. So, this is like a thing for especially for people who are like out of college and entering into professional world. So,
Mhm.
are you also associated with some of these institutions, or are you doing it by yourself? And what is your experience of this whole field?
Okay, so that's actually very interesting. So, how do you gain PR? How do you even get a
Yes,
job in this field? Is your question.
right.
Um, so, to begin with, there are really a lot of companies out there who hire soft skills trainers. But, like
Mm-hmm.
I said, they prefer somebody who is of a certain age group because only of their experience. Okay, I give it to them. Okay,
Okay.
and otherwise, I really won't recommend the way I went about it because I really went from applying from one job to another, say
Mm-hmm.
IELTS trainer, right? That's
Right.
another kind of training. Then there is
Mm-hmm.
accent training, accent reduction. There
Mm-hmm.
are so many different kinds. So you
Right.
literally have to gain those certifications so that you can apply for those jobs anywhere in the country or maybe
Right.
even outside the country.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the best way to go about it in these times. Otherwise, you'll really be out of luck.
Of course.
So that's where, and then slowly you gain that PR.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Right.
because
Right.
with soft skills you have to personally be there physically to make that mark or to make that impression,
Mm-hmm.
unlike other skilled jobs.
Of course. Yes. So,
Did
do
I
you
answer
see
your
the
question or is
difference? Yes, yes, yes,
okay?
definitely. So, how is it different for you, like experience wise or effectiveness wise, teaching in person and teaching online?
I love teaching in person. You really can uh, provide so much more than what you can do online.
Yes,
But that means you get to be creative
yes, of course.
and you have to be a little more vulnerable online, because you're already, there's a camera and then you're already shy because
Mm-hmm.
it's that situation where you're facing the camera and you don't want to do certain things because you have a certain perception about not being vulnerable in front of the camera. But
Right.
then I can't be that, right? I can't just be sitting there and shy. I have to get creative so that my trainees also feel comfortable and get out of their comfort zone. Physically,
Mm-hmm.
they'll do fine. Okay, in front of me, they'll be happy to move around, to show me things, to talk to me in a certain way. But in front of the camera, you're suddenly conscious. There's so many times, Sai, that people don't switch on their cameras during training sessions because
Of
you are
course.
shy. Because you're shy. And that just hinders my process of reaching out to them.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to
Right.
establish, you have to be vulnerable first so that you're human enough. Then they can
Of
relate
course.
with you.
Of course.
And then they respond accordingly.
And I guess this is another need of our to be taught people to be camera friendly.
Isn't it crazy? I mean,
Of
who would
course,
have
of
thought that
course,
we have to do this?
of course. So, Ankita, here is a question for you that says, Ma'am, what is the best way to learn new words and enhance our vocab?
So, you see, when you want to enhance your vocabulary and you want to use new words, you have to first understand what kind of a student are you. So, think about it. Ask yourself, um, what what interests do I have? So, traveling, cooking, watching movies, reading books. What kind of a student you are? You learn what's the best way you learn. Okay, then you figure out, okay, this is my interest is travel and lifestyle. Then what's the best medium that I learn from? So what is your favorite medium to learn, Sai?
Favorite medium to learn?
Yeah,
I
could it
think
be
books.
books? Okay, books.
Books.
So for Sai it is books. For me it is a combination of video and audio. So I listen to audiobooks, I watch different videos, and then the moment it is my area of interest, I start grasping words.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's how first of all, I gather my vocabulary. Now, how to start using it? तुम्ही तुमच्या मदर टंग मध्ये कम्फर्टेबल होऊ शकता, राईट? म्हणजे मराठीमध्ये पूर्ण एक वाक्य बोलता बोलता तो इंग्लिशचा एक शब्द बोलायचा, अँड देन यू
Right.
अंडरस्टँड द युजेज. मग हळूहळू तो पूर्ण मराठीचा शब्द कन्वर्ट होतो अर्धा इंग्लिश अर्धा मराठी, मग पूर्ण इंग्लिश, असं तुम्ही स्लोली त्याला यूज करत जाता. द बेस्ट वे टू लर्न न्यू वर्ड्स इज सई फ्रेझल वर्ब्स.
Mm-hmm.
दॅट मीन्स एकच शब्द घ्यायचा, लुक. ओके, लुक इज द वर्ड. Can you tell me other words which go with the word look? Anything that's on your mind right now?
Look alike.
Look alike, look
Look
forward,
after.
look
Forward.
after. There you go. So one word and three, you've already understood three different
Three
phrases with it.
Right.
So these are called
That's
phrasal
interesting.
verbs.
That's very, very interesting and very, very experimental, Ankita. So I think our audience is definitely enjoying these tricks of yours.
Good,
Yes.
good.
Look
Look
into.
into.
Yes.
Very
Yeah.
nice. Good. These are called
Yeah.
phrasal verbs. Now let's talk about collocations. Okay, now I'll say one word and try to complete the sentence.
All right.
Clap your,
Hands.
snap your.
Fingers. Okay.
So these
Wow.
are collocations, right? What
Right.
are collocations? असे शब्द जे कोलोकियल टाइम्स म्हणजे रोमन टाइम्स पासून एकत्र वापरले गेले.
Right. 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 Right.
आणि बाय डिफॉल्ट आय डोंट इवन हॅव टू कम्प्लीट इट, यू कम्प्लीट इट फॉर मी, राईट?
Correct. Correct. Correct.
Stand up. These are phrasal verbs plus collocations.
Of
And
course.
that's how you start learning new words.
Amazing. So, Ankita, do you also use such activities and such games in your sessions?
Absolutely. Otherwise, I'll get bored, Sai. Remember, I'm a below average and average student. So I have to come up with interesting things.
Things, absolutely. That's where you are smart at, I guess. So, making things creative and interesting is the uh, major quality of yours that I would say.
Otherwise, I have lost you as a student, huh, Sai, because there are so much more creative and fun things happening in your mobile. So you'll just leave and you'll start searching for fun things on your
Right.
phone. So I've lost you. I don't
Of
want that.
course, of course, of course. Could you please share like any experience of yours that is very memorable for you with your students or through your journey of teaching?
There's a
Any
fun incident,
experience?
okay?
Please share.
So I was in this 5 to 6 session, evening 5 to 6 session, and I had a lot of students on screen. So I'm watching them. Suddenly, one person goes, video off, but she's there. She's in the class, but video and audio off. So she suddenly turns on her camera 5-10 minutes later, and I see that she is huffing and puffing and running. Okay, so this is what's happening. So I
Okay.
freak out and I ask her, "Are you okay? Is everything fine?" Because if
Yeah.
I'm in such a if I'm in a SOS situation, and if I'm on a video, I would like to be on the video so that somebody knows that I'm in trouble. So I think she's in trouble. That's what I'm thinking
Right.
at that point. And then when
Right.
I asked her what happened, is everything okay? She said, yeah, everything is fine. It's 5:30. It's my running time. I said, wow, you have priorities straight. So she was going to take her class whilst she was running.
While she was.
So that was
Wow.
amazing.
Crazy, people are crazy. We have one more comment here, Ankita. Ankita, I have 35 years experience from convent school. Can I become a trainer? I have taught English. Yeah, yeah. Please, if you could answer
Okay,
the
wanted to
question.
go to US. Okay. Hi, Kohli ma'am. So yes, of course, you can. You have 35 years of teaching experience. I think you're from a convent school, so you have everything under your belt. You can 100% be a trainer, particular in English if you want to. Like I mentioned, for somebody like you, it will be really great if you get one of these certifications under your belt, because it just gives you that recent tag, something that you have done
Trend.
recently.
Yes.
Yeah. And
That
then
just
with
shows your knowledge is updated.
you have to.
That's it.
Yes, and Kohli ma'am would know this if she's been teaching for 35 years. If you want to be a teacher, you have to be a student. You cannot just one day think कि मुझे सब आता है, अब मुझे सब आता है. You
Yeah.
can't say that.
Of course. Of course.
But yes, of course, Kohli ma'am, you can just go for it. Try to search for British Council and search for some certification on their website, and automatically you'll get linked to other certifications. I hope that will help you.
Great, great, Ankita. So, I have a question here. What would your suggestion be for people who have fear of English language?
The fear of English language greater than the fear of death.
Of course, yes.
Sahi.
I've seen people like confidence goes down the moment there is somebody else who starts in English. They are just blank just because of language barrier.
I know
Or
it's.
people learn who are learned who have done their schooling from vernacular
Hmm.
mediums. They
I
also have
know.
this fear. So, what would be your suggestion for them?
Okay, so here's the thing. First of all, please understand, if you are getting scared of speaking in English, that is because you're afraid how the other person judges you. कि अरे इसको तो इंग्लिश ही नहीं आता, ये क्या बात करेगा, इसको नहीं आता इंग्लिश में बात करना. But understand that if they are judging you, at some point even they are afraid that you are going to judge them. Okay, so it is a judgment game any which ways.
Right.
At any point, please just take one leap of faith and just try speaking. You'll realize that it is just your fear that's stopping you from speaking in English. And it's okay ना, go wrong. एवढं काय जातंय, थोड्याशा चुका केल्या तर काही फरक नाही पडत आहे जास्त. थोडं थोडं करून तुम्ही आपोआप स्वतःला कॉन्फिडन्स देत जाल की अरे नाही, मला इथे हे नव्हतं बोलायला पाहिजे, मी इथे हा शब्द वापरायला पाहिजे होता.
Yes.
So I think you're afraid only because you're afraid how the other person is going to judge me based on my
Judge.
English.
Right.
But I'll tell you what, smile goes a long way. Just smile and speak.
Beyond
Ardha,
languages. It goes beyond languages.
yeah,
Yes.
half of your sweat, and it will just, you'll relax automatically once you smile. The other person smiles, and then the other person is more interested in your smile than what you're speaking.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. Great, great, great. Yeah,
Thanks,
and
Sid.
what
Sid is saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I have worked a lot. Thank you so much, Sid. Your support means a lot to me, guys. Ashay, all these people who are here.
Okay, so there's one more question, I guess. There are small things that matter while speaking. Any suggestions for getting better at mother tongue influence? So, I guess mother
Mother
tongue
tongue
influence
influence.
on English. Yeah.
Yes. So I'll tell you what, all around the world, you'll find people who have their mother tongue influence. I mean, I'm currently teaching speakers from the Spanish and Catalan area.
Mm-hmm.
So they have their mother tongue influence. So they say
Of
j
course.
instead of y.
Yeah.
Right, Sai? So it's
Yes.
there with everyone. It's not just us. But what do we do about it? Um, well, small things you'll understand while you're learning, if you're listening to any audio or watching movies, that okay, I'm unnecessarily stressing on d or t
Mm-hmm.
or r. Hmm? So you're supposed to just soften it. I am against accents. Sai. Nobody needs to fake any accent. It's not required.
Right, right. I
Basically,
agree.
if you pronounce any word correctly, that's the correct pronunciation.
That's correct.
You
Yes.
don't have to go like, oh my God, I love English because, I love listening to different songs. You don't have to do that. Come on.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. This was like the advice of the session, I would say.
Yeah, you don't have
Yes.
to pick up any fake accents. But yes, automatically when you're working with certain people from certain countries, for example, US or
Mm-hmm.
Europe or Asian countries, then because you want them to understand what you are saying, you start softening your language a
Mm-hmm.
little bit
Right.
for them to understand. But I think you don't even need to do that. The world has to grow, understand, you become understanding enough that if I have an accent, so can you. I have a US accent and you are just having a neutral or an Indian accent.
Right, right, right. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, so one more thing I was just thinking about, whenever you are learning a language, okay, or if you are trying to get better at a language, you need to work on your listening, on your speaking, on your writing, and as well as thinking in that language.
Hmm.
So, what would you suggest for anybody who is learning a language to think in that language? How do we do that? Any
What a
tricks
wonderful
here?
question. Because, Sai, see, I know that you teach Spanish, okay? So I know what you're saying. When you start thinking in that language, you start speaking it or being it. The best way that I have learned, the whole question is how to start thinking in that language.
Right.
I think you're supposed to tap on your peak emotions. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're very angry or you're really happy. It's that point when you need that one word, okay? And that one word will help you start thinking in those peak emotions. You're not going to think in that language on a daily basis. Oh, what a nice day. Lovely, the birds are chirping. No, that's not happening, right? Only when you're in the peak, most emotions, start with one word
Of
and
course.
then start reflecting in it. Very nice, say. Good you
I,
asked me
I
this
can
question.
I can so relate to this. So there was a point where I can imagine myself when I was really angry. I would throw all the Spanish words that I have in my head, and that would be like
Yes, yes. I
that
think
was
that's
in
the way to go about it.
right, 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 right.
This is
There's
not
one more
advisable,
question.
but sorry, this is not advisable, but a lot of people want to learn the negative language of a different language
Yes,
than
yes,
learning the
yes,
normal words, right?
yes.
But I
Of
think it's
course.
okay. You can
Of
cheat a
course,
little bit.
especially like I have all of my students at least once asking me, first teach us the bad words, first teach us the slang. Yeah, and and at that point I was at a level where I myself did not know the slang in Spanish, so that was a task for me.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's the truth.
So here's a question for
Hmm.
vernacular medium students. What are best practices to build good English conversation? Okay.
Okay. First of all, I really think what works is um, the imitation technique.
Mm-hmm.
Imitation technique में क्या कर सकते हो? You go on YouTube. The easiest way to do this.
Yeah.
ठीक है? कुठला पण एक व्हिडिओ सर्च करायचा. Okay? Choose any video spoken in English of your choice that you think is really good. And you pause after every sentence. First stage, listen and watch the whole video.
Mm-hmm.
Second stage, pause after every sentence and try to repeat in the exact manner. That means you stress on the same words that the speaker is stressing on. You try to give emotions the same way the speaker is giving emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So that you do second stage, play, pause. And in the third stage, you don't have to stop the pause the video, but you have to repeat immediately after the speaker has spoken the sentence.
Right.
Repeat the second stage as many times as you want before you move to the third stage.
Right.
And that's how
Right.
you can improve on your build on your English conversations slowly
Conversation.
with a little bit of confidence. And the second thing, recording yourself. Voice recording yourself
Mm-hmm.
really helps.
And revisiting it, so
Yeah,
re-listening to your own recordings. Right. Fantastic. This is a very beautiful, interesting exercise. I'm sure some
I'm
people here
glad.
are going to really try it out.
I
So
hope, I
Ankita, do
hope.
you see cultural influence on the students that are learning English?
Yes. So when it comes to language, because people want to speak it, right? That means they want to also voice their opinion. And opinions are okay, but they're not the fact of life. It's just your opinion. It's a fact of
Right.
your life, right?
Right.
So I would like to talk about cultural influence in a different manner here. What you think is that's where soft skills come in. What you think is comfortable for you may not be comfortable for me,
Right.
right? So questions such as asking, "What do you do?" or "What are you
Right.
doing right now?" are
Right.
sensitive. You don't know what the person is going through, or whether they want to share this information or not. But then how to make friends with them, how to get to know them better. Ask more generic questions. That um, are you currently a student, or maybe ask a directional question so that they give their own answer.
Right.
So
Right. Right.
there are these certain cultural influences where people are not sensitive towards each other,
Mm-hmm.
and they talk about religion, race, culture, and it's a trainer's job, it's my job to make sure that the session doesn't drift to something that is unsafe for any student.
Right. 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 Right.
So there are certain things like that which sometimes affect.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great. So I have one more question here for you, Ankita. So this was everything for students who want to learn or want to get better at their English. But what about people? What would your message be for people who want to get into soft skill training? So is there a specific message for people to get into this as a profession or as a full time career?
Okay, there are two things. First of all, I will definitely make a star in front of backtracking your career. So if you want to be a soft skills trainer at this moment itself, but after the video, so you can go on LinkedIn and search for soft skills trainers job. You'll understand what are the requirements, and please understand these requirements and try to see if you fit the bill. If you don't, then what all do you need to do in order to fit the bill? Do you need some certifications? Do you need to be trained in certain technical tools? What do you need to do for such things? Second thing, please understand if you have the passion and patience for it.
Right. Right.
Okay, you need to be really patient with people, because you can't be this angry young woman or angry young man who doesn't have patience. You need to have patience.
Right. Right.
Okay, these
Right.
two
Right.
things. And the third most important point, I don't know why, but people don't think that being physically and mentally fit is not a part of your professional life. Okay, if you want to succeed professionally, you need to be physically and mentally fit and strong. So make sure that there is some kind of physical activity or mental activity, that's meditation or
Together. I would
affirmations.
say together. Physical
It
plus
is.
mental. Yes.
It is. It is a combination of. So for me, I've just recently started meditating just last year because of the pandemic. But otherwise, for me, working out helps me meditate. It's my zone of meditation, and it
Right.
helps me perform well in my professional life. I was speaking to my cousin the other day, and we spoke on this really lovely point. Uh, and the point is, you don't work out or meditate so that you feel happy for that day. You work out and meditate and eat well so that in the worst days of your life, you can pick up strength from that
Wow.
and
That is
make the
such a
most of it.
wonderful thought. Wow.
So,
That is basically you restoring your resources for those bad days.
yeah, because your body tells you, it teaches you that, see, when you were not able to do this, you pulled yourself out of the bed, you made it happen, you can make it happen right now as well. So it has to go together. Your professional life and your personal life needs to be separate, but in such a way that it actually helps each other out.
Brilliant, brilliant. This was very, very insightful, Ankita. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. This is really a
Absolutely.
point that is going to go in the caption. So thank you so much.
Yes. Good.
So I
I'm
would like to
happy.
ask audience here, is there any question that you want to shoot out at Ankita? So please go ahead. We have 2 more minutes
These guys
and
have been such amazing cheerleaders.
right, I can
Akshay,
see so much energy
Rosie
in
Kohli.
the audience. Yes.
I'm so happy to see this. Thank you so much, guys.
Have a positive attitude. Yes, of course.
Yes. Sai,
All
so
right,
tell me,
Ankita.
how was
Yeah.
how was how was in general, what were your learning points that will help somebody who's watching
Of
from our
course. So,
conversation?
so one of the best points, like I said, you mentioned was about the accent, about the fear of English language, plus the activities that you made me do. So those were amazing, absolutely. And then this last point, which really says that you need to focus on your mental and physical health, no matter what you want to get into, and it does keep your body in that balanced state where you can pull
Hmm.
out the energy on your bad days. So yes, this is definitely a takeaway. And Vyoma is saying, please take my name. I don't know why. Yes,
Vyoma,
Vyoma, you are. Yes.
thank you so much, Sai, for bringing me here, for giving me this platform just to share. And even if it makes a difference for one person,
One person.
I'll be more than happy because that matters. That one person
I
matters.
can I can so much relate with all your values, Ankita. So this is my definition of work satisfaction. That even if one person breathes easy this
Yeah.
day because of me, it matters. So
Yes,
yeah,
it does matter. One person
it
matters.
does matter. Great, great conversation, Ankita. Thank you
It was
so much for
lovely.
joining us, and
Absolutely my
we are
pleasure.
so grateful for you for being here.
I'm
Thank you so
happy.
much.
Very
Keep
happy.
in
Thank you.
touch,
I
and we
will.
will surely. I'm sure all so many people are going to DM you for with their lots of queries. So keep in touch,
I don't
and
mind. That's okay.
may you keep helping people. Yeah.
Lots and lots of success to you, Ayuda, and to you personally as well. May
Thank you
you
so much.
get whatever you've been achieving. You are very tenacious. That's exactly what I said.
Thank you.
I've
Thank you.
known you through Vyoma, and I know what kind of a person you are. You're amazing, and you're doing such great things, Sai. You have a
Thank
bright
you so
future ahead of
much.
you.
Thank you very, very much. Hope to see you in person very soon, Ankita.
Fingers
Until
crossed.
then, take care and
Take care.
keep in touch. Yeah.
I will.
See
Ciao.
you.
Thanks. Good night.
Ciao. Adios. Bye bye.
Adios. Bye.